Right. So, hi guys. Chirag this side again. Just a second. Okay. Hi guys. So this is Chirag here. Right. So this is the second video for quantitative techniques on LegaLift. Right. So we had started off with percentages the other day in the other video. Okay. So we now just going through what we had done before. Okay. So meaning what are these other topics we'll be covering. If any of you are just checking this out for the first time, I'd suggest you to go ahead and watch the first video so that you have better clarity. Right, so we have done here, we have done the comparison using percentages. So left with two topics. We'll try finishing them up today. Right, so okay, comparison is done on this. Right, so I hope if any queries from this, please drop it in the comments box. Any questions, queries, and I encourage you guys to solve the questions and put the answers in the comments as well, so that we know that you guys are doing the questions. These are obviously very simple ones, so that you understand the concepts. Our learning is always both the ways, so it would be nice if you put the answer in the comments. So just a second. So that so we'll start. So we had done comparison last time. We stopped at comparison. Now go ahead with more or less in percentages. Right. So more or less. So question type. Now, as I told previously, question types and percentages will always be very repetitive. You will not have any new question types. Generally asked from only two, three, or four types. You come in comparison to the previous time. Now we are doing more or less. It's only two to three question types, but you should know them very well. They might twist it a little here and there, but mostly it is very simple. Right. So now more or less. Right. So question type A is how much percent more than B. So in comparison, the question type was A is what percent of B. Here we have A is how much percent of B. So first thing is to clear the confusion between all the question types. So you can't do comparison here, or you can't do more or less for comparison, right? So there's a lot of difference. So, yes, question type is A is how much percent more than B, right? So now we have taken a couple of examples. This is 250%. 250 is how much percent? So when I'm telling how much percent more, you cannot just tell me the numeric difference. You can't just tell me it is 110. That is the numeric value. I'm asking the percentage value. कि कितना percent, how much percent more. Right. So the method to do this is A. So now first you have to focus on this A and B part. Right. So where they're talking about A and B. So here 250 is A and 140 is B. So here we will first find the difference between the two numbers. Difference 250 minus 140. Immediately we'll find the difference. Then now the difference has to be divided with B, which is 140. So when after finding the difference, you divide the difference with the second number, which is B. So here we did 110 by 140. And now if I'm doing uh, just a second. If I'm doing 110 by again multiply this fraction with what now what many times I have done during my solving. I only found out this one, the fraction one. So then now if you are not multiplying with 100, you get a decimal 0.78 and so on. So if you are feeling that you don't want to multiply the 100, if you just simplify this, you will be good. Because then into 100 is very simple. You're just moving the decimal point to the right side. So only if only you're able to simplify the fraction, even that is enough. You need not multiply by 100. Now sometimes if there is a very close answer, so at that time you may want to do it. Generally it does not go that way. So you may skip this multiplication into 100. Firstly put it here for your understanding. And then now the option is 78.5. If you don't multiply by 100, you'll get 0.785 and so on. So that identification has to be done. Right. So this is one shot. So we don't have to show the workings. So we can use all sorts of shortcuts, all sorts of methods which we want. Whatever gives us the answer, you know, in the fastest manner, we just have to use that method. Right. So we'll see another example. Now this is percent less. How much percent less? 45 is how much percent less than 65. Now again we've done the same thing. Difference between both the numbers. Now this part can be confusing. Now here usually we subtract a minus b. So if we are doing 45 minus 65, we get minus 20. This is one. Sorry for the 45 plus 65 get minus 20. So no issues. You will also get an answer in negative, but you get the same. You'll still get this 30.76%. So whether you do it as 65 minus 45 or 45 minus 65, because whenever there's percent less, you will always get a negative answer. Right. So in this case, you can always get positive as well as negative answers. You just have to focus on the number. Now here I have taken 65 minus 45 so that for me it's easier to work with positives. If you want, you can always go with 45 minus 65. You still get minus 20. So minus 20 by 65 same answer. Right? So the only thing you have to do is the difference is divided with the second number that is b. So with the second number you divide the difference and you will get the answer. And always remember to multiply with 100. Do not mess up on this multiplication. As I told, don't get confused. If you just get 0.78 after simplification and you're like, now what to do? Options are 78, so into 100. Right? As I told, you don't have to do this necessarily. Even if you're able to get 0.3 or whatever the decimal number is, you will be able to find the answer. Right? So this is one. Now we have few questions. Right, so we have two questions here. I'll be taking the first one, Ram and Ravi. The second one will be done by you guys. Please drop your answers in the comment section. First one, Ram and Ravi have 15 and 40 books respectively. How much percent less books does Ram have compared to Ravi? Now, first I will say this is A, 15 is A, and 40 is B over here. So difference will be 40 minus 50 minus 40 minus 50. So 35 is the difference now. 40 is the second number. See how much percent less boost does Ram have compared to Ravi. When we are comparing with Ravi, with whatever whatever number we are comparing, we just have to take that. So 35 now again by 40. So I'll just focus on simplifying this. I won't rather focus on simplifying this because 35 and 40. So both go in 5. So this will become 7 by 8. Right, 7 by 8 into 100. Again, 15 and 40. So we found the difference, which is 30. So difference is 25. So difference is so now you can however you feel that simplification works for you. But now I'm just using the values here. Now 4 I can sense 2, and then this I can take it as 2 and 5, right? So 2 5s are 2 2s are 4 and 2 5s are 3. Now 25 into 5 by 2. So now if I want to remove this 2, I'll make this 2.5. Right, ये 2.5 हो जाएगा. Right, so putting the decimal point. 25 into 2.5. 25 into 2.5 will be it will be 62.5. So the answer here is 62.5%. Got it. So first we find the difference always, and then with whatever quantity we're comparing, there is 40 over here, we put that as the denominator and then simplify. Okay, so more and less is done here. Now this is kind of the last concept for percentages. Right, so percentage change in percentage. So this is nothing but if I have, let's say, 10 rupees, and then now my money has increased to 25 rupees. So what is the percentage change in money? Or this can also be for any other quantities like kgs of rice or liquid or marks or whatever. Right. So when there is a change in values, the percentage change formula is used to find the change in percentage caused due to change in values. Simple. Now we'll see. Now the formula I have attached here. New value minus original value by original value into 100. Right. So whatever we get after, let's say I had 10 rupees. Now I have 25. So difference between 25 and 10, 15 by 10 into 100. Right. So my percentage change will be almost 150% then. Right. So there's a few questions here. We have three. I will pick two questions. So you guys can do the third one. Kim had 30 chocolates. Her brother eats one. This can be done by you guys. Please drop your answers in the comment section. Right. So first one, Ronnie weighed 50 kgs 4 months ago. Presently, he weighs 70 kgs. Calculate the percentage change in his weight. So, so this guy was 50 kgs in weight. Now he weighs 70 kgs. What is the change in percentage? So first, new value 70 kgs minus original value, which is 50, and then by original value. If you know this formula, it becomes very easy. Right. So it will be 20 by 50 into 100. Now, one more thing I'd like to bring to notice is that here I'm writing so much for clarity, but you shouldn't ideally not be writing a lot, right? You should, as much as possible, if you're able to do it in your mind, so that gives you a lot of confidence and you can test yourself. Now, 2 by 5. There was a fraction to percentage chart the other day. So 2 by 5, I can into 100, right? So now if you know the percentage chart, you can use that. Or else with 5, I can simplify, which becomes 20. Got it? So 20, now 20 into 2, which becomes 40%. So this is the 40% change in weight, right? So change in weight is 40%. Okay, 40%. Okay, so this one is done. Now next one, let's do another one. It'll be clear. Reva had to study 15 chapters for her exam. However, the teacher decides to add 5 more chapters to the syllabus. What is the percentage change in chapters to be studied by Reva? I've taken smaller numbers here because first we're trying to make the concepts perfect. Usually you'll have slightly bigger numbers, slightly tougher numbers, but we'll do this anyway, right? So the original value 15 and change. So this is the now here they've not given us the new value per se. They've just said that 5 are added. So if 5 are added, new value becomes this one 20. So 20 minus 15. So it becomes 5. Now 5 by 15 into 100. Right. So 5 now easily I can simplify this. 5 ones are and 5 threes are. 1 by 3 into 100. Now if I'm having 1 by 3, I should ideally use the percentage chat because 1 by 3 is something you should not, be like, oh, I have to sit and simplify this. So, uh, so 1 by 3 is nothing but, as we learned the other day, 33.33%. So our answer shall also be 33.33%. 33% approximately. Now, usually in mocks, you may not get an exact answer may not be in the options. Always go for the closer answer. Usually answers are, perfect unless you go wrong, of course. So there's no way you'll get the right answer then, right? So that's when you should, go for the closest option. In mocks, they may not give you 33.33%. They may give you 34 or 33. So go for the closest option, right? So the third one is going to be done by you guys. Okay, now this is these are all the simple basic concepts of percentage, right? So we have more or less percentage change and on this one comparison. So these three are the main concepts which you need, right? So this is it for percentage. If you want us to cover anything else from percentages, if you feel we've missed out, if you want more questions, you can drop in the comment section. Obviously, questions, as I told you, are planning to take them on after we what you call after we cover a few more basics like ratios and averages. Right, so I'm just checking the comments from the first video. If it's good if we are able to address them in the session itself. I think I've seen a comment. I'll just check. Quants. Three comments here. Hmm. Okay.
So one question here is basic कब तक करवा दोगे? Okay. So basic, see, two videos of percentage done, right? दो video percentage के हो गए. Now two more. I think in another two videos we will finish ratio, proportion, and averages. Ratios you don't need to really know a lot. If you know the basics, it will be fine. So I'm not sure whether another two, three videos. These five videos will cover your basics, which will help you score at least 3 to 4 marks in mocks. Right. So if you're having three sets in the mocks of four plus four questions, so you can tackle one set easily. Usually, one set, if it is given in such a manner, one set is usually easier, testing all your basics. So 3 to 4 marks can easily be scored in mocks. As for the actual paper, we are not obviously not predicting here. So another 2 to 3 videos will be done with basics, which will be released in the coming week. Right. So that is one question. Then another one was book. Okay, books for QT. I think we'll have a separate session talking about books, but personally, I think clear your basics with whatever videos you have on YouTube. If you have any modules, do that. If you're going to a coaching, I didn't go to a coaching, so I didn't have any modules per se. So cover your basics using, whatever videos you have, whatever we'll release. If obviously, if you feel that you want to, if you know, you've already held some got hold of some other videos, do that, no issues. Apart from that, there's no specific book I'll recommend. If your basics are clear, you should be able to do it. Learn from all your mocks. That will help a lot because anyhow, three are most important, which you should cover. And whatever comes across in the mocks, just do that. Book. If you're still adamant on one, there are books of R.S. Agarwal with questions on quants. I don't remember the name of the book exactly. Right, so I think we're going to come up with a video on books, right? So we can address that. I'll do a bit more of research and respond to the comment here. Right, but mostly try learning from the mocks and doing the mock or whatever questions you get in the mock perfectly. That completes about 70% of your prep, 70 to 80%. Right, so that's it for this one. Drop a like and comment for any other doubts. We'll be coming with a lot of more videos, a lot of videos in the making, right? So thank you guys and see you in the next one.